Welcome to Bannockburn for round 16 of the Geelong Football League. It's the match of the day this afternoon between Bannockburn and Cricket and Football Club, and it's all die for the Cheetahs this afternoon. They currently sit in 6th position on the ladder and fighting to stay in the race for the final 5. They come up against Bannockburn, who are sitting in 2nd position after a great win against Anarchy last week. We saw them on Guest Video and on 94.9 Guest FM last Saturday afternoon as they took toll of the Anarchy side, and they're looking to do the same at home this afternoon against Geelong West, who I said are trying to stay in the race for the finals. And it's with pleasure that we welcome to the microphone this afternoon, who's suffering with the flu, but he'll be okay. Peter Walker, good afternoon.
Don't talk to me. I'm not ready to talk to you yet because I'm still trying to get the Beaumont's pie out of my false teeth.
Oh, gee whiz.
And wasn't it magnificent?
One week it's Ronnie, the next week it's you. It's unbelievable.
Nothing like a Beaumont's pie, everybody.
Well, we saw Corey Flanagan lead the side out this afternoon for Bannockburn, and he was the captain last year, but he's relinquished, but he plays his 100th game this afternoon for the Tigers, so bit of a milestone for Corey this afternoon. He'll want to hope the team can get their 13th win on the board and keep the pressure on Werribee Central's at the top of the GWCFL ladder, as we're only now 3 rounds out from the finals.
How old's Corey, mate?
22, I think he is. Yeah, so it's not a bad effort.
That's a very good effort.
Yeah, 22, it might be 23. Captain of a side and 100 games, so or a previous captain and 100 games before you're 23 is not too bad. So we'll see how he goes this afternoon. Had a pretty good game last week against Anarchy. Geelong West last Saturday, they played Corio and got over the top of them by 4.5 goals. But they really need a victory today to continue on putting the pressure on Anarchy and Eastern Suburbs in the fight for the finals. And there is one big change to the west side. That's Scott Cowie out, and that will be a big blow to the Cheetahs because obviously he is the Rock of Gibraltar at fullback for the Cheetahs. So he's out with what looks to be some sort of knee injury or a corky or something. We saw him walking across the ground before. And we see Clinton Shaw with the running gear on today, so he's obviously just working himself back in from an injury. And the regular runner, Peter Dolder, who ran for the Inner League, is just walking across with the kids having a nice Saturday afternoon off. It's nice to be able to do that once in a while, isn't it? Where are Noel and Ron today, anyway?
Oh, I've heard a rumour they're lunching at the president's table somewhere.
Would not surprise me at all.
Good life. It's a good life.
It's a good life if you can get it, isn't it?
Typical teacher though. Pick up the freebies.
Now another thing this afternoon is that the umpires. There will be 3 central umpires this afternoon for the first time in GWCFL football that I can remember. Anyway, I mean I've only been involved 5 minutes, but for 3 umpires, 3 central umpires. They've trialled it in the Ballerine. I think they may have done a game in the GFL also, and they're now doing a game in the GDFL, and that is on the proviso that they will be using 3 umpires during the final system. And I think it will be up to the discretion of the leagues about whether they want to use the 3 umpires. And I've already had to talk to them before the game, and there's no doubt that they will muck it up today. I've spoken to Gavin Habib, I've spoken to Jonathan Graff, says one of them will muck up something. And I said to him, they better be in front of the commentary box so we can give them a blast too.
I think that the good thing about having 3 umpires is the ability to be able to keep the game under control and keep it flowing. Like, if there is a problem, one of them can go and adjudicate on the hassle that might be there, and the other 2 can take control and keep the game flowing fairly quickly. So a team like Bannockburn or Werribee Centrals, and maybe even Eastern Suburbs, as opposed to a lot of the other clubs in the GDFL that might be, I'm not saying they're slower, but they play a different brand of football. I think a 3 umpire system would suit a side like Bannockburn and maybe not suit a side like the Cheetahs as much.
Well, this afternoon's match, Pete, Geelong West and Bannockburn. Do you give the Cheetahs any hope against what is a fairly strong Bannockburn lineup and obviously fighting their way towards another crack at back-to-back premierships this year?
Well, I just had a look over at the scoreboard, and Bannockburn's reserve grade score had been taken off and the visitors hadn't, and it was 4 goals 5, and I thought Bannockburn might have been kind of giving them that much head start. But no, I really think without Cowie at full-back, I think Bannockburn are kind of going from strength to strength. All right, they've had a couple of guys in and out of the side, but I think they'll be out here at the home ground. We could say 60 points.
Oh, you and your 10 goals, unbelievable.
I love it.
The man that picks out Bowen to beat North Shore last week, and they got done by 9 goals.
I said if they ever had a chance, it was last week.
So Brett's picking West in an upset, and Bannockburn are kicking to the left of screen for our guest video watchers and to the northern end of Victoria Park in his first term. And we see a familiar face out there in the North Shore. Tracksuit top running around. Christian Shaw, who played here last year. Butcher, and has blown them away in the GFL this year. Played an interleague side, which unfortunately went down by 8 points in the grand final. But
North Shore must be playing tomorrow.
They play tomorrow. They play Lara tomorrow in the Northern Derby. Lara and North Shore. So he's come out to watch the old team, Bannockburn, against the Cheetahs this afternoon. We
better just keep an eye on the half-time. When they run out after half-time, he doesn't run out.
Run out with the jumper on. He's pretty keen to have a game of footy anytime he can get his hands on the leather, as you see.
He must be. He's out kicking
the footy with the kids, so he doesn't mind a game of footy anytime. But both sides just in a huddle now with their final instructions from their coaches, Stuart Scott and Stormy Winner. Should be an interesting game with those two as well. Both playing coaches, and both involved with the interleague this year, so they probably know each other's little tactics and things fairly well, I would think. So it'll be interesting to see what happens and how they line up. Steve Delahunt has been lining up at full forward the last couple of weeks, a regular defender for the Tigers. He's been at full forward, kicked 7 last week against the Roos, and would have thought that Scotty would have picked him up if he had been available, but he's not. So we'll just have to see who picks him up. There is a few taller players in the Cheetah side that can pick him up, as is Ronnie Pilgrim, who's lining up in the forward line as well. Has been playing on the ball the last couple of weeks. And we Justin Latter going down towards the back line. Andrew Harris in the forward line. Ken Denning, who played in the reserves last week, kicked 5 goals. A bit of boost of confidence for him. And he's back in the senior side. And it looks like Tunga Neal may have the job on Ronnie Pilgrim. And Darren Campigley may have the job on Delahunt. We'll just have to see. I've picked it right. I've got Lakino on Roworth. Geez, I've done well on the paper yesterday. I said he might pick him up. That's the first one I've got right all year. So the umpire's just instructing the Bannockburn coaching staff to sit in box and not be on the boundary line. They've been instructed by the Umpires League, obviously, for that.
Which is pretty fair comment too.
Fair comment, exactly. Now in the middle, Corey Flanking, as we said, playing his 100th game. Lucas King will be doing the ruck work for Bannockburn, as he has done throughout most of the season. Stormy Winner in there with Matty Pilgrim. Andrew Williams with Russell Scott in the middle. And it looks like Travis Burke in there also. And it looks as though they may be playing a small ruckman to go with Lucas King. And it looked like it might be Chris Wilkie or Jason Crichton. I'll just have a look when he turns around. Umpire Habib has the ball. We're about to start the first term in the GDFL match of the day for round 16. And we see Stuart Scott just moving up on the wing position. And it's King who goes up early and gets it. And it is against Wilkie. But the first effective tap was going to go to Kenya. Got it. And tried to push it on. Free kick to Bannockburn for a, dropping the ball or throw.
Did caught.
Caught, did he? Okay. Corey Flanagan with it, just on the defensive side of the centre.
That's bad decision number 1.
You can keep count. Goes towards Neely, gets in front of Pilgrim. Pilgrim gets both hands to it. Can't take them. Sam Lacino dives. Here's Ronnie. Quick left foot kick in towards full forward. Delahunt and Campigley. Delahunt's got it. Gets back handball over the top of his head towards Roworth. Gets a quick kick away as he gets Lacino smothered. Goes towards Wilkie, who looks like be running in the ruck with King. He goes in pretty strongly as well. The umpire will have it in the middle, about 30 metres out from the Bannockburn goal. And the Cheetahs back line under pressure straight away from the Tigers. See the wall there forming across half forward there, Bannockburn. Wayne College without an opponent, as is Lucas King. So when it comes out, look for one of them to get the footy. But it comes straight to Ronnie Pilgrim, goes towards Winter, and also Kenyon gets one high, no free kick, handball out, goes towards that man now in Wayne Colleger. He's handball back into play towards Connors. He threw it out, no free kick. Scott's over the top, playing for the free kick, didn't get it. The Cheetahs have got the numbers though. Comes from Burke to Neal, and he gets it away towards centre wing. Harris and Rose. Rose has got the one on Harris this afternoon, sees it over the boundary line with support from Richie Corrigan. Umpire Habib says throw it in. On centre wing. And Nathan Rose with a job on Andrew Harris at centre half back this afternoon. And they look to be playing an extra man on the ball, I would think, the Cheetahs. Looks like Angus Hewitt hasn't got a direct opponent in the back line for Bannockburn. Denning does the ruck work. Big thump away, straight though to Corrigan. Gets a wobbly torpedo punt towards half forward. Ladder in front, can't take the mark. Needs some rovers. Wilkie's there. He's against 3 or 4 Tigers, but he does very well. Chris Wilkie tries to get it out to the advantage of Kenyon. Does so. Handball to Crichton. On towards Burke. Now he's out. If it sits for him, it's not going to. Corrigan comes at him. Puts him off the footy. Harding's there with Williams. At centre half back for the Tigers. Crichton does well. Pushes him off the ball. Burke tried to get a slick handball out. It's pretty fast and furious in the first couple of minutes. Handball over the top towards Shuey's got quickly towards Harris and also Wilkie. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Gets a quick kick away. Palomar has got it now. Handball quickly to Harris. Great handball. Oh! Andrew Harris has kicked it halfway to Cressy, and it's a bounce for a free kick. That is woeful. He's 10 metres out from goal. He won't like that at all. But it's a free kick in the last line defence. It's going to be Jake Hewitt with the free kick in the left back pocket as we get the ball back sometime in the future. He's got it now. So Angus Hewitt goes towards half back. Big pack. Wilkie behind Rove beautifully. Matty Pilgrim dodged one. Got a handball away towards Wentworth. The Chicken Hawk. Bit of time at centre at half back to get it away towards centre wing. And Crichton, good mark. Kept his eye on the footy and wanted to get it away quickly towards Craig. Couldn't do so effectively. He has to go back and work himself, Craig. Ronnie Pilgrim against him. And it will be a boundary throw in on centre wing on the outer side. Conditions here, ground a little bit soft by the looks of it, but not too bad. And it's not raining at the moment, so although it looks as though it may soon. And King will get a free kick in the ruck contest for the Tigers. Can go towards Matty Pilgrim at half 40. He likes to go towards Colliger on 50, and he takes the mark. That's Troy. He's got players streaming everywhere. One of them's Roweth, and out on the lead, couldn't take the mark. Lakino's there, butters up, second effort. Handball, okay to Connors. Will want to turn onto his left. Chops gets wrapped up, though, by a couple of cheaters and drops the footy. And the free kick will go to either Crichton or Lakino. It's going to be Crichton in the last line of defence for the cheaters to relieve the pressure for the visitors. Kick off the boot, poor. Pilgrim gets up there, second attempt, takes the mark. Ronnie inside 50. And Ronnie Pilgrim now wants to move it along quickly. Goes with the torpedo punt, as only Ronnie can, towards Andrews and Ladder. Andrews had his eye on it and took the mark. Ladder just worrying a little bit about where Andrews was there. Andrews now quickly delivers it back to Pilgrim, but he's going to be able to bring it back. And it will be Shane Andrews in the left forward pocket. And the Drainer, who played at centre half forward last week, he's kicked 41 goals for the season, and he's still kicked 41 goals for the season. One behind the number 23. So they open up the scoring at Bannockburn. They're one behind. And Cam Pigley will kick in. And we've been playing 5 minutes in this first term.
It's interesting that we have been playing for that long, and the ball has gone from one end of the ground to the other without too much muscle being thrown around as far as effective hands on the ball.
Well, the ball's at half back now for the Cheetahs. Neil's in there fighting hard. Corrigan also in there, and Shane Andrews for the Tigers. It will be umpire Habib to come in and bounce the ball just outside 50 for the Tigers. Neil coming back to fill the space in front of Delahant and Cam Pigley. Big pack around the footy. The umpire bounced it down. Tapped over the top by Andrews. It's okay, Flanagan. Quick kick away towards Delahant now. Over his head and also Cam Pigley. Ladder's there. He's got support. Lakino needs to get the hands quickly away. Does so. It's okay. Burke, though, gets a shocking bounce. Connors back towards Matty Pilgrim at 50. Little left foot kick around the corner. Tremendous to Roweth. Good skills, Matty Pilgrim. And Darren Roweth
Can kick the ball.
will line up from around about 45 metres out. No wind to speak of here this afternoon at Victoria Park. So, should have no excuses except for the distance. Try and put the Tigers' first goal on the board. He comes in now. And is it marked on the line? No, it's 3-4-1 behind to Roweth. So they double score the Tigers. They're 2 behind, so they lead the Cheetahs, who are yet to score. Cam Pigley to do the kick in. And he goes to the outer side, looking for Stewie Scott. He's got a couple of Tigers against him. Coming in, Rick Harding, straight through the pack, loses the footy. College is there, that's Troy, drops the footy. Him working hard is Andrew Williams, wants to get on that left boot, tried to get it out towards Stewie Scott, just a toe poke by him out towards the boundary line. Harding won't be able to keep it in, and it's out of bounce on 50 on the outer side. And if we make a guess, I reckon the rain's about 3 minutes away.
I think you're right.
Throw in. Wilkie gets it down. Through the middle of the pack, Corrigan. Handball partly smothered. The Cheetahs underground towards Crichton. And also Harding. They work pretty hard there, Connors. Stewie Scott just tries to slap it on. Lucas King over the top of brother Russell. And Connors there also, Corrigan. And now out of bounds. The umpire will throw it in. This time about 65 metres around from the Tigers' goal. And lead by those two behinds. And the Cheetahs yet to score. King thumped down to the front. And that's pretty close to out of bounds on a full from the Cheetahs. It might have been Burke with a kick out of the pack. And it's going to be Richie Corrigan with the football at half forward for the Tigers. And they're keeping it nice and open, the full forward line. Roworth's back there with Lacino. And not much else at the moment. And now Corrigan with it. Andrews gives him a lead. He goes in that direction now. Ladder from behind, gets a hand to it. Can't pick it up. King coming through. Ladder can now. Gets his hands free and gets the handball away to Williams, who's running. Gets through. Needs somebody out wide. He gets Neil. He goes at him. It's going to be 2-on-1. He needs a Shepherd. Gadd comes at him. He gets away from him, though. It's okay. And gets the handball away to Guthrie. Back in towards centre half forward. Denning stands his ground and takes the mark in front of Hewitt. And Ken Denning will have a chance to put the Cheetahs' first goal on the board from about 40 metres out directly in front. So Ken Denning, who we said kicked 5 in the reserves last week, back in the seniors. Directly in front, 40 metres out. Should have no trouble with the distance. Comes in, or wobbly punt. That's it, put the pressure on him, and he folders. And Nathan Rose takes the mark in the last line defence. Quick kick around the corner with his left boot to Troy Colliger. He's got Gadd wide. He goes in that direction now. It's okay. And the youngster takes the mark at half back. Stephen Gadd now looks for something further afield. He gives it back to Ronnie Pilgrim, who goes across the ground. Danger. He looks for Connors, one of the smallest men on the ground. He's got some support, though, through Corrigan and also Wentworth. But they wasn't much talking between the two. And they couldn't get it out of the defensive 50. The Cheetahs bottle it up and it'll be a ball up. You think Ronnie would know a bit better than that, wouldn't you? Yeah. Smallest man on the ground. Got to be a little bit careful kicking across the goal like that. Denning rides the bump and gives it back to Williams in the ruck contest. Can go laterally and it's okay. And finds Russell. Scott. He goes along with the right boot in towards brother Stewart, who stands in the middle of the pack. College is there also. Ripped off by Guthrie. Great play. Gives it back. Quick kick around the corner. And that was Wilkie. Goes towards Harris. Keeps his eye on the ball. Can't take the mark. There's Colliger and Rose. And Rose can get it away with the left boot. Kicks it out towards half back. Flanagan leads in the race for the footy. He's got Harding. Oh, he tried to handball it. Williams came at him. He tried to handball it back towards Wayne Colliger. Williams is there. Flanagan also and Colliger. Colliger can't pick it up. Williams and also off the ground. Ian Alley. Williams is there. Again on hands and knees. Does very well. Harding gets a trip. No free kick. Pretty willing in there at the moment. The umpire will come in and bounce the ball. And both sides fairly desperate for the footy. And 3 minutes wasn't far away either. It's starting to rain.
It was interesting there because Williams at no time took his eyes off the ball and had 4 or 5 goes at getting possession.
Wilkie goes up, double hands. Can't get it out effectively. Williams is in there fighting for it again. And the umpire lets it go. Scott, only as far as Connors, goes to the safety of the boundary line and finds it with a tumbling punt. And this could certainly even things up.
Me 10's just come into 3.
Yeah, if you're Bannockburn, you wouldn't be liking this because it's certainly going to even up the contest a bit. They would have started favourites in this game, the Tigers, but the Cheetahs have done okay in the first 9.5 minutes. King over the back. Williams is there. He needs some support around the ball. Colliger gets it away and goes towards centre wing. Ladder there. Both hands got a hold. Free kick. And against Andrews, Justin Ladder will take it. New role for him this afternoon. Centre half back. And he kicks now towards centre half forward, looking for Harris. Puts it down in front of him, the big man, and takes a good mark. That's where you have to put it for Andy Harris. And he'll mark it most times. Goes with the right boot in forward towards Burke. He takes the overhead mark. Players having much trouble with the ball at the moment. The rain just starting now. Pretty congested forward line. The Tigers seem to be able to bottle it up pretty well. And Travis Burke will have a shot for goal from around about the same spot Ken Denning did just a couple of minutes ago. For about 40-45 metres out. See how he goes. Keeps it pretty low, and it goes up towards Harris. Rose off the hands, and it's okay. They can break away. Giles bounces it on the soft turf. Short little kick's okay, and Wayne Colliger takes it. And possesses on quickly. Handball over the top to Giles, who followed up. Williams comes at him, then he gets wrapped up. He's dropped the footy, and this should be advantage. Frank Ernelli's got it. Now he leads towards Harris with the kick. Goes there. Can't take the mark. Rose is right next to him and does well. Second effort, Nathan Rose. Measures the pass towards Connors at half-back. Kevin chops, gets one high from Frank. And takes the mark, wants to play on quickly, get it moving for the Tigers. Goes wide towards Matty Pilgrim. Sam Lucchino, good punch away. They've got the numbers if they can pick it up here, the Cheetahs. Matty Pilgrim hustles Kenyon off the footy. But we'll get a free kick for a hold. Adam Kenyon.
It's the other way.
No, it's the Cheetahs. Paul Wentworth trying to take the free kick. But it's going to be Kenyon's in between wing and half forward. Commentary box side. And try and keep it open here, the Cheetahs. Colliger, that's Troy, just filling the hole in front of Harris. He goes in that direction with a poor kick, though, Kenyon. It might be okay. Palomara, can he take the mark? Yes, he can. And it will be the big man, Tony Palomara, for a shot for goal from about 35 metres out. And he has kicked 22 goals in the reserves, and I think he's probably kicked about 10 in the seniors, so he's been fairly productive this season. And we'll have a shot for goal from 30 metres out directly in front. Try and put the Cheetahs' first score on the board. We've been playing 13 minutes in this first term.
And why was Denning playing in the reserves last week?
Don't know. Maybe just a confidence booster. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Unless he had a slight niggle with that hamstring that I know he has been struggling with for most of the year.
But if he had a slight niggle, you wouldn't play him in the resis.
Well, that's
like
right.
You'd give him a week off.
Don't know. Can't tell you. Palomara comes in directly in front. Straight through the middle. No doubt about it. The first goal on the board. They do. They're one straight goal. 6 points. Geelong West. And Bannockburn Tynes. Buckley's going centre first quarter scoreboard. Buckley's, what a fantastic establishment.
Fantastic establishment.
Excuse me? What have I done to the scoreboard? You just don't worry about what I've done to the scoreboard, Brett. Seeing as though other people don't do their work. Our owner. Not you, don't worry. I'm not having a go at you. Back in the centre. Wilkie goes up. King gets it down. Ronnie Pilgrim. Good slap to Flanagan. Quickly to Troy Colliger. All wrapped up by Craig. Drops the footy. Tries to tap it on. Does okay. It only goes as far as Williams. He gets it to Russell Scott. Can't pick it up, but butters up and does well. Gives it back to Scragger. He gets it around the corner on the left boot towards half forward. Harris in front of Rose. Pushes it away. And second effort by Rose, fantastic on hands and knees. Gets it away to Connors by hand. Goes inboard looking for Flanagan. He's got Burke against him, also Wilkie and Scott there, but Burke does well. Handball over the top. He has to butter up himself. He's got some support now. Williams breaks one tackle, gets it away to Wilkie. Wilkie gets a quick kick as he's pushed. Denning can't trap it. Harrison Rose there. Rose in front. Did he get a bit of a trip? No free kick. Bottled up now at 50. The umpire will come in and bounce the ball. Noel will probably be screaming now if he's watching this video. It's okay, Noel. I've done the scoreboard. It's okay. I just didn't know. We were rushing at the last minute, that's all. Peter was looking over my shoulder at my notes. Ball up. Denning. That would have got me out.
No.
I know. Phone call Monday. Burke gets it out towards Kenyon. Short little kick around the corner's okay. Williams has found some space at half forward. And is that 50? Be careful, Paul Wentworth. He is. And Williams has got it. Palomara gave him a lead. Wilkie gave him a lead. Harris gives him a lead. And he's there with a footy. Scott gives him, he puts it in there, but Pilgrim fills the hole, and Ronnie Pilgrim takes the mark. Now kicks it wide towards Andrews. Ladder from behind, good mark. Pay that, good mark. Strong hands, Shane Andrews at half back. A long way up from centre half forward. Now measures a pass, absolutely shocking to Colliger. Chopped off by Kenyon. Gets it away, coming out, Giles backs himself. Ronaldo does well. Great kick to Harding. Luck's a fortune. Got to be in front though, and Rick Harding is. And Giles did well there to attack the footy. Rick Harding now just on the defensive side of centre. Goes towards half forward. Good vision. Stephen Gadd made up a bit of ground. Couldn't take the mark. Scott did well. That was Russell. He gets the footy back. Gets away from Winner at half back. And then spears the pass in. But slipping over at the crucial stage was Harris. Rose is back there. Quick hands to Harding. Still in the centre of the ground. The Tigers goes towards half forward. Pilgrim in front. Lakino from behind. Andrews. Here's Nick. And that's cousin of Sam. He's on hands and knees. And the Macedonian Marvel does well. In fact, he's the Mediterranean Marvel. Gives it to cousin Sam. Goes wide. Corrigan leads in the race of the footy. Wants that boundary line. It's still not out though. Burke sees it out now. And it will be a boundary throw in at half forward, right in front of the interchange bench. An interchange stewards area. And Tudors lead. 1 goal, 6 points. Bannockburn 2 behinds. And it's a boundary throw in. King. Danning. Big thump away. Standing on the boundary was Kenyon. Will it stay in for him? It does. And he gets a kick away too. In towards the forward pocket. Coming across Hewitt. Oh, great mark. Frank Gurnelli. Used all his 300 and about 9 games experience now. Francis. And took the mark in the forward pocket. Pretty gutsy mark.
Was a very good mark. Running back into the pack. Could have got cleaned up or anything, including the goalpost.
17 and a half minutes gone in this first term. Frank Gurnelli's got it in the right forward pocket for the Cheetahs. And knowing Frank loves a goal, Peter's spotted somebody
in the crowd
that he knows. I bet you it was somebody related to one of our pie sponsors. Was that who you saw?
No, it was your interleague run with a face full of pie.
That'd be right. I told you he's having an afternoon off. One behind Ian Ellie. Good to see. He's probably deserved it after running messages for Stormy for 16 rounds anyway. Kick in is okay. Hewitt to Connors. Gets it wide towards Wentworth. Williams has to make it. Oh, Russell Scott. Good mark. And he takes it on centre wing. Kicks it quickly towards half forward. And Brother Stewart can't take the mark. Play on the call. Corrigan there. Free kick found. Push. And it's going to be to Scott or Williams. One of them. It will be Scott. And the coach of the side to push the Cheetahs deep into attack again. He's on half forward. Just measures the pass to Brother Russell. It's the way they earn their money. Kick to each other. Russell now. Into the pocket. Harris comes out. Colliger stands his ground and does well. Second effort. Nappies away. Troy Colliger. Bit of time. Goes with a torpedo. Punt towards centre wing. Andrews, Pilgrim, Lakino's there. Neil at the front. Oh, wanted to get it out to Russell. Oh, and then rode the bump. Ducked his head. Got the kick away. Stewart, Scott and Williams. They call each other. And Williams says it's mine. He takes it. Wants to get on the left quickly. Goes now. Poor kick off the boot. And Rose floats across. Takes a great mark, Nathan Rose. And will clear for the Tigers.
I'd say easily best on the ground at the moment.
So far, they're having a great tussle, him and Harris. King finds him at half back. Kicks into the man on the mark. Now Denning tries to slap it on to the advantage of his teammates, but Hewitt chops it off, goes towards centre wing. Andrews and Ladder can't take the mark. Pilgrim's there, that's Matty. Wants to get the handball or the short kick away, does so. And Connors slips over but takes the mark. Little chops, plays on quickly, gets the left foot away, up towards Dallahan. First time he's seen the footy in a while. College is there, that's Troy. He's worked hard, so has Nick O'No to get it away. Flanagan's there, he's got Cheetahs around him, and he drops the footy. And Neil's there also. Sam Lakino wants to get it out quickly to Kenyon. Neil drags it back in. And great contest at the moment, both teams. Really fighting hard for the footy. And it will be a ball up half forward for the Cheetahs.
It'd be interesting to see if we went through, we're 3/4 of the way through the season, how long it's been, or if ever Bannockburn have only scored 2 points in the first quarter.
Pilgrim, well, it might be a goal soon because Coach Stormy's got it. Coach Stormy has faded across though. Roweth and Lakino across in the right forward pocket. And it will be out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Lakino. Yes, it'd be a while. Yeah. 2 behind. And now the Mediterranean Marvel, Nick Lakino. He'll buy video now, I've called him that. Wants something. Short little kick over the top's okay. Alan Craig makes ground. Plays on quickly, gives it to Cam Pigley on the left boot. From deep in defence towards Russell Scott on centre wing. Needs some support. He gets it from Brother Stewart. And the umpire will come in and bounce it. Stewart and Russell both get up and say, what about the free kick for a hold? But none forthcoming from umpire Grapsis. And it will be a ball up. Harris and King. King from behind. Russell Scott in there fighting hard. Connor's there also. Umpire will come in and bounce it now. So Wilkie's changed at centre half forward with Rose.
I think he's paid a free kick there.
He has paid a free kick, has he? Yes, he has. To Bannockburn. It will be Connors. Harris is having a run on the ball. Ronnie Pilgrim gets it from Connors, goes towards centre half forward. Flanagan, ladder, down the front. Pilgrim roves well, handball over the top. Slipping over the crucial stage was Colliger, but the Tigers got the numbers. Harding's there. Pilgrim needs to shepherd for him. Lacuna gets around him. He gets a kick away. They can raffle it here, and they do. Troy Colliger wins it in front of brother Wayne. And Nappies, who doesn't mind a goal or two.
No, he likes the side of the big sticks.
We will have a chance from about 45 metres out, 45 degree, or just around from a 45 degree angle. Kicked 3 or 4 last week against the Roos. Coming in. And just floated away. Punch through for 1 behind to the Tigers. So they go to 3 behinds. And they trail Bannockburn, Geelong West, who are 1-1-7. Buckley's going centre first quarter scoreboard. Kick in, Lacino, danger. Okay, though, to Neil. Oh, has to get around. Bit slow. Ronnie Pilgrim got him too and pinned him to the ground, but Cam Pigley's too slow as well. The Tigers can turn it over here. Matty Pilgrim needs a handball. He does to brother Ron. Brother Ron rides the bump, but can't get it away. Sounds like a chaplain, doesn't he, brother Ron? Ladder gets it away towards centre wing. Burke, Colliger makes up some ground, but he gets a kick away to a vacant half-forward position. Peter's dying in the commentary box here at the moment. Hewitt gets it away towards the boundary line, and Wilkie, they can't keep it in. Nappy's pleading for a free kick in front of us on the full ump. He didn't get it. And it will be between at half forward for the Cheetahs now. They lead 1-1-7, 3 behinds. We've been playing 23 and a half minutes in this first term. Pretty dour struggle from both sides in this first term. Denning with the left fist over the back to Williams. Can't take it with him. Stormy Winner can. Gets his kick away. Harding and Craig. Craig attacks it. Keeps it in front. Needs some support. Handball back to Russell Scott. Now he needs some support. He gets it away quickly and it's okay. Crichton. Short little kick. Oh, diving catch. Not taken by Corrigan. Wayne College is there. Handball to Winter at centre half back. Now Stormy. Short little kick. Pour off the boot. Andrews though runs. Attacks the footy. And Craig comes at him, but he gets his kick away towards College. College makes up a bit of ground in front of Russell Scott. Gets a kick away laterally towards centre half forward. Brother Wayne. There's another cut with ESP. Can't take the mark though. Now, well, that should have been a high tackle first, but Flanagan's got it to Harding now at centre half forward. Backwards to Stephen Gadd. He gets his kick away. Ronnie Pilgrim and Neil in front. Can't take the mark. Ronnie roves off the back. Ronnie kicks it around the corner and misses for 1 behind. If there's ever a person who can kick it around a corner like that, it is Ronnie Pilgrim, but he missed. And 1 behind. They're 4 behinds. The Tigers, the Cheetahs 1-1-7. Buckley's going centre first quarter scoreboard. So it'll be Cam Pigley to kick in. Kick in's okay, and Crichton's taken it. He goes towards Stewie Scott. Poor kick though. The number 14 of Bannockburn can do a bit better, and that's Corrigan. Goes towards Connors. Good gather. Gives it back to Flanagan. Good vision. Finds Matty Pilgrim at 50. Matty will run on. Williams has to make up a bit of ground. Gets him too. Well done, Andy. Williams now off the ground. Lacino's okay towards Williams. He's over the top of the footy. Tries to slap it back to Lacino. Does so. Gets his hand back to Williams. They've worked the 1-2 beautifully there at half back. And now Williams. Short little pass is okay. Finds Stewie. He'll get a game next week. And Stuart Scott just on the defensive side of centre wing. Harris gives him a lead. He goes in that direction now. King in front. Worked him in there. But the Tigers' numbers. Hewitt comes out the back. Connors. Short little kick towards Winner. Has to make up a bit of ground. Can't take the mark off the ground. It's okay by Stormy. Goes towards Matty Pilgrim. At centre half forward. Goes towards Colliger. Just inside the centre square. He's got a couple against him. He tried to ride the bumper Burke and couldn't do so. He dropped the footy. Lacino. Pressure on. Also Kenyon in there. Rick Harding. They bottle him up. Good work, Teeters. And they bottle it up on centre wing when it was looking like it would be deep into attack. And it will be a ball up. It's going to be thrown up, says the umpire. Umpire grabs it, says he'll throw it up. As he does so, King and Harris. Harris with a big thump. Scott's in there. Gadd gets his hand free, gets it to Connors, rides the bump beautifully and gets it out to Wayne Colliger. Just tries to measure the pass towards Delahan, and Kenyon a little bit late on Colliger there. And I think he knew he'd done wrong too. But it will be a free kick to Steve Delahan in between forward pocket and the half forward flank. He kicked 7 last week. And it will be his free. after he goes to get the footy from next to the scoreboard. He's got it now. The Cheetah's just trying to cut off the lead options. Now Steve Dallahan. First kick for the day, I think. Pretty close to quarter time here. And kicking pretty straight too. He goes in, he's pushed it across to the other side of the goals ladder, stands in front, takes a good mark. And he's having a good tussle with Shane Andrews too at centre half back. Justin Ladder. We used to sing in the ruck. Now, goes long towards half back, going up. King, big fly, can't take the mark. Rick Harding towards coach Stephen Winter, and he takes it on 50. Was going to go across towards Matty Pilgrim, but he elects to go longer towards Roweth and Flanagan, and Pilgrim getting back there. And Neil sees it over the boundary line. Good defensive work by Neil. And it will be a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for the Tigers. A trail 4 behinds, Geelong West 117, and there is the siren for quarter time. And as Peter said, you'd have to go back a very long time to see Bannockburn not kick a goal in a quarter, and for that matter in the first quarter. It's 4 behinds Bannockburn, Geelong West 117.
Well, like to have one goal kicked for the whole game to quarter time, and you really can't say the conditions are that bad. Oh, all right, it's a bit slippery, but you know the ground still looks pretty firm. Guys aren't falling off the ball.
It's just been a good tussle, I think.
It's been a real game of defences, and you know I think that's been led basically by the likes of Nathan Rose for Bannockburn. I thought he's been sensational, taking a great couple of grabs right on the the end of the defensive, and same goes for the Cheetah side, Ladder and the likes, Craigie and fellas like that. It's been a very, very hard at the ball encounter, and not much has been given away.
So at quarter time, the only goal kicker is Tony Palomara. He has the one for the Cheetahs. They lead 117. The Cheetahs, the Tigers 4 behind. We'll be back with the second quarter action after this on Gets Video.